Trump has built us a tariff layered cake.
The Supreme Court struck down Trump's tariffs, and what was his response? You should explain to people that might not be like up to date with it where the Trump tariff started, why he did it, where it was coming from, and then fast forward to today and why the Supreme Court striking it down is a big deal.
The Trump administration, he said, my favorite word is tariff. And then he later just said, well, that's my second favorite word. But what Trump likes to do, if you ever read his book, The Art of the Deal, he likes to negotiate. He is a negotiator. So they use tariffs as a massive negotiation tool to bring manufacturing home, to change the economy, to get a bunch of money from our allies, from other countries, to make America great, to bring manufacturing home. And part of it, they started, putting under national security. What's really interesting when we start to think about this, Benji, is this is exactly what we said was going to happen just a few videos ago in the Greenland video. See, everyone thought that he was framing up Greenland because it was a great piece of real estate. It's going to be the biggest real estate deal ever. And then all of a sudden he starts talking about national security. It's because he knew he was going to lose the IEEPA tariffs before then. So they were changing the rhetoric before it actually happened. So what is the IEEPA tariffs? The IEEPA tariffs are supposed to be used emergency powers tariffs. What the Supreme Court just decided, the Supreme Court said, hey, this is unconstitutional. You don't have the power to do it. It's illegal. Congress is the only one who has the power to do this. And what happened was as soon as they enacted that, the Supreme Court basically said 6-3 that President Trump exceeded his authority under the International Emergencies Economic Powers Act to impose broad tariffs, aka the reciprocal tariffs, and the court upheld the president can't do that and only Congress can. So literally, direct response. Next day, he says, all right, there's a 10% tariff on everyone. And that was using Section 122. And then literally that night he got bored. And so all of a sudden on social media, he's like, oh, by the way, it's 15% and just raised it again. So I got to make one of my biases clear. Okay, so whenever we're talking about data and numbers and facts, I want to make sure that you guys understand my bias too, so then you can make your own personal decision. I'm like 60% anti-tariff and 40% pro-tariff. The reason I'm anti-tariff is tariffs show up as a tax on consumers and a tax on business and a drag on the economy, and the economy is already a little bit beat up. Where I'm pro it is I'm very pro it from the national security point, from the bringing manufacturing home.
The fairness point too?
From the fairness point. I love some of these ideas, but I don't agree with the implementation. I felt like we went at it with a blunt instrument and just started playing whack-a-mole with a giant hammer instead of being more precise about what we should be doing. Trump has built us a tariff layered cake. Okay, so now, once again, in the Greenland video, we started proposing the idea that he was going to say this is about national security, because if the whole administration started changing their rhetoric beforehand, then it's easier for them to get these passed and through. So the base layer, the temporary ones, are the Section 122. These are global surcharges. They're a quick replacement, but they're limited to 150 days. They're the durable section layers, okay? So this is the slower, they require investigation. They're potentially longer lasting. These are the Section 232, AKA national security. So if it's framed as critical for national security, we can use the Section 232 tariffs. Now they have to go through this big giant study. It literally takes like 100 plus days. They could rush it through. Then the president has 90 days. Well, as he puts these other ones into effect, he's got 150 days.
Oh, because he started doing them before?
No, because he just instantly did them.
Oh,
so as soon as they declared IEEPA, he doesn't have the power. Now he moves to Section 122. There's the base layer. I have 150 days. Oh, during that, I'll quickly cram through the 232s for national security. And then the last one, which is the targeted country practice layer, these also require investigation, and they're also adjustable. This is the Section 301. This is actions to rebuild pressure or particular countries or practices beyond temporary global surcharges. The difference is these tariffs, once he gets them in place, can go on a lot longer. So you use
Before they get struck down again?
This is why he's deeming it as part of national security. This is why they're framing it in certain ways. This is why we were talking about it. We were telling you, the subscriber, this was happening before it was coming.